Hi everyone. Today I am going to be talking about my lipedema story. This story is very dear to my heart because it's something that I've struggled with my entire life. It's something that I've been so self-conscious about and even so afraid to talk about because it makes me feel very vulnerable. I just thought that this story needed to be shared, that it could help somebody who is going through lipedema or thinks that they might have it, or maybe is going through a similar situation where they just do not like the appearance of their bodies. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you are blessed. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel while you're at it. So if you don't know, lipedema is a condition that causes excess fat to accumulate in the lower parts of the bodies. So this could be like your butt, your thighs, your calves. It can also affect the arms, and it doesn't affect the hands. So like a typical body shape of a person who has lipedema could be like a pear shape. Somebody, usually people with lipedema always have very small torsos, small bodies up here, but then they end up being larger at the bottom. I have always had bigger legs. But let me rewind a little bit. So there's different stages of lipedema. There's stage 1, stage 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how far it goes, but a person with lipedema can progress, and the stages of lipedema can get worse and progress to higher stages. Now, you can have lipedema and be at a stage 1 or a stage 2 and never progress. So it's just different for everybody. But like for me, I've, if you see my past videos, I was overweight as a child and growing up into high school. It wasn't until my junior year in high school that I started to lose weight. But all my life as a child, I've had bigger legs in middle school, in high school, and I just didn't like my legs. I felt like they never went with my body, no matter, when I did lose weight, my junior into senior year in high school, my legs did get smaller, but they never, they were still big, but they never got shapelier. I had rounded knees, I had cankles, and I was just so self-conscious of wearing shorts, of wearing short dresses. I would never wear any of that, even into my adult life. And I would always find excuses to not go to events, water events like lakes and pools and beaches, because I would get so much anxiety to be around people and show off my legs. And I know for, a lot of my friends or even family members, they would be like, who cares? Just, be confident, own it, do your thing. And who cares? Like, and I'm sorry, I cannot just own it and be confident because I didn't feel comfortable. That was the main thing. I never felt comfortable in my body. So this was something that was affecting me year after year, summer after summer. I could not wear boots. I would have to look or shop for wide leg boots, or even just like cute leggings with the boots. They were just so tight sometimes, and such a bummer. And you guys know I love fashion, so I love taking pictures of my outfits. So I would avoid certain angles, or I would avoid certain outfits because I didn't want to show off my legs, and that to me is just not living life. Certainly did affect me so much. And one day I just Googled, cankles, or I would best describe my legs as they look like tree trunks. So I just Googled that and lipedema came out, and then I read the symptoms of lipedema, and I said, oh my God, this is exactly what I have. But I kind of was a little bit in denial, like, no, I can lose weight in my legs, but the truth is, like, yes, they would get smaller, but I would still have that cuff around the ankle. And it never, like, I never had defined ankles. So I was looking on the internet, reading more about it, and I just came to terms like, this is probably what I have. And yeah, so I kind of was dealing with the symptoms. The thing about lipedema is your legs swell. It tends to be especially worse in the heat or in the hotter times. Like, your legs just swell up, and that's what I noticed. I remember, like, I would work at Mac as a makeup artist, and I was standing like all day. And when I would come home, like, my legs were just so swollen. Or even when I would go to, like, out with friends or dancing or just anything really, my legs would just swell up so much. I remember one time we went to the zoo, and I remember it was so hot, and my legs were just so tired. Like, they hurt and they felt like tired, like I couldn't walk anymore. So I told my husband, I'm gonna have to sit down because I'm feeling really tired, and I can't walk anymore. So I sat down, and I noticed that my legs were really swollen, and I'm just like, what is this? This is just really weird feeling, because of course I'm like young here, and I'm like having to sit down because my legs hurt. So I knew something was up, and then I for sure came to terms that, yeah, I probably have lipedema. Now, have I been medically diagnosed? No, I have not. That's something that's currently in the works. There was just one day where it was in the summer, it was in the 4th of July, and I was wearing jeans, and I didn't want to wear anything else because, well, I didn't want to wear shorts, and I could have worn a maxi dress, but I didn't. I just wore jeans. But it was so hot. Texas summers are so hot, and everybody's wearing shorts, and I'm probably like the only one wearing jeans, but I did not want to show off my legs. But I was just thinking, this sucks, that I have to live like this. And I told myself that summer, this is the last summer I'm going to live like this. And sure enough, it was the last summer, because that was in 2021 that I said that to myself. You know me, you know that I'm a very determined person. I set out to do what I say I will do, especially if I really want it. So I knew I wanted my life, to enjoy my life, because it was, lipedema was affecting my quality of life, from everything from what I wore to the swelling and the pain that would go along with that. One day I just started Googling plastic surgeons in Texas, and then I started researching some all over the country who did cankle and knee surgery. And there was a couple, but their before and afters did not jump out to me. And so I kept on the search, and it wasn't until I typed up cankle surgery on YouTube is when this doctor from Florida popped up. His name is Dr. Sue. And he was explaining that he had a minor in fine arts, and that he is really inspired by, like, art and the ability to see art in the plastic surgery realm, which I thought was awesome, because it's true. The plastic surgeon has to have an artistic ability to execute great work. And I mean, I saw a procedure on YouTube that he did, and the before and after was just amazing, of this young lady who had that surgery. It's ankle and knee complex surgery. And I mean, She looked amazing. The calf and the ankle, the knee was just so sculpted. Nothing like, the other before and afters I have seen of other doctors. So, I mean, I knew in my heart that Dr. Sue was a doctor for me. I mean, I just knew without a doubt in my heart. But of course, now here's the tricky part, like how much is it going to cost? What, those are the huge deciding factors, right? But so I did. The next day I called. I was trying to get my quote. I sent in my pictures, things like that, and I received my quote and I said, "Wow, this is crazy expensive." So I was kind of bummed out and a little bit discouraged, but I said, "Okay, well, let me see if I can find something cheaper." And I did, but it I mean, you can't compare like the work of another surgeon to Dr. Seuss. Like, you just can't. I mean, the pictures speak louder than anything. And so I thought to myself, yeah, I can go to somebody cheaper, but what if I don't like the results and I end up getting a revision and then I have to go back for them to fix it? I'm going to be spending more money than I would have spent if I would have just gone to Dr. Sue in the beginning. So I thought to myself, I only have one life, I only have one body. I need to make the wisest decision, and I did. There was just no question. Dr. Sue was a doctor for me. I talked to my husband about it. He knows how much lipedema, how much my legs have affected my life, my way of living. He knew how bad I wanted this, and he was very supportive. So he gave me the okay, he gave me his blessing, I guess, if you can say that. And that's it. I called and I was trying to book my appointment. So they were booked all the way until November, and I had called in April to book this appointment. So as you can tell, that's like a really long time for me to wait. But thankfully there was a cancellation and they fit me in May. So I had the surgery in May. So I think it's been like four months or 5 months since my surgery. I feel great, but I don't want to talk too much about the surgery because I want to save that for another video where I can really explain the whole trip, everything that went into it, because it's a lot. It's a lot of information for sure, but yeah, so I'm so thankful that I ended up getting that surgery date, because if not, guys, we are in September. I still wouldn't have had that surgery. And the last 4 months, May, June, July, August, September, the last 4 months have been completely life-changing. I mean, it just feels so good to even fit into clothes. They just fit so much more comfortable. If I want to wear dresses, I'm just so much comfortable. Shopping for shoes is so much fun because, of course, now I have ankles, so it's aesthetically pleasing. I am so thankful for Dr. Sue. He is so great. If you have a chance to look up his work, his name is Dr. Sue. He works out of Tampa, Florida, and his practice is called Art Lipo Plastic Surgery. He is so professional and he made my experience so great. Such a sweet person. That's my lipedema story. And so if you see something different in my pictures, if you're usually following me, that's what it is. I got liposuction for my legs, knees and ankles and calves. And I believe I lost like 4.5, 5 pounds of fat, and I lost 2 inches on both of my calves. So you can imagine it was a change. I'm so happy now. I'm so confident. I'm just thankful that I got it done, and now I can go into my 40s just focusing on other things besides my legs. I always say that my purpose in life is greater than myself. My purpose in life is to honor and glorify God. And I just pray that through my testimony that somebody out there finds comfort, somebody out there finds hope, that you are not alone, that there is always hope. You know, for me, I was blessed to get the surgery done, and it really has changed my life. I always say that if something, you know, affects your quality of life, it's definitely, you know, okay to look into surgery. And because it's so worth it. Like I said, for me, I mean, it's night and day from what I feel and how I look as well. So if you guys have any questions, please drop them down below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And I just thank you so much for watching my videos. Lord willing, I will be back with some more videos. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.